Hey, this is Jim from OSR Garage. I want to talk to you guys a little bit today about the oil that I use in my F-150. There's a lot of controversy out there on the 5.0s, Coyote engines, on what oil they should be putting in to the engine. Here's my products that I use, and so you can see I have the Motorcraft oil, and it is the synthetic blend. Now it calls for 520. I am using 530, and that's where the controversy on the oil has really become an issue with this 5.0. So with the 5W20, seems like a lot of people are complaining about engine noise, things like that, rattle on startup. And I also heard that a lot of people had just said that 530 was better. Well, then someone actually showed the owner's manual for the 2021 5.0s, and they are calling for 5W30. So either Ford decided that 520 wasn't good enough, or there's something different with the 21 engines. I'm not sure, but what I decided to do was to go ahead and go to the 530. If they're using it in the newer ones, I'm going to use it too. Haven't had any issues with any noise, any excess ticking, any rattling, anything like that. I've never had an issue with that. So the other thing that I put in there is these two products from Hot Shots. Now, I'm not sponsored by them at all. This is just something I came across when watching another automotive show and thought I would give it a shot. So they are a company that started out with making products for diesel engines, and now they have moved over and have a lot of gasoline products also. A lot of them are the same type of thing that they use for the diesels. It's just manufactured now for gasolines and reconfigured for gasoline engines. So this first thing that I use is this Stiction Eliminator. So since I bought my truck, it had 45,000 miles on it, and I don't know how the guy drove it. The only thing I knew is that it was a lot of highway miles because he did a lot of traveling. But I wanted to make sure that everything stays clean in there. So this Stiction Eliminator removes any of the old varnish and I guess what some people call it stiction in the engine. And it keeps all of that stuff cleaned up, and I don't have anything sticking and making any noises that shouldn't be making. It also, like I said, is engine restorative, and it has these nano lubricants in it, the FR3. So it already has some FR3 in it, but that's my other product that I also put in this engine is the FR3 friction reducer, just to give it a little bit more synthetic properties into the oil that it already has. So with this stuff, if you use it as a clean out, the first time that you use it, it says to use 4 ounces per quart of oil. And then after that, and you're just going to run it like for 3,000 miles or your regular oil interval. If you haven't ever done it, I would just say after 3,000 miles, you might change it. And then for maintenance, it says to put 2 ounces per quart of oil. And then the friction reducer, it says 1.5 ounces per quart of oil. So you do that, and it says to add it during a fresh oil change and leave it in during the entire engine change interval. So that is just a few products that I use. I really like it. My engine's usually quiet. Haven't had any problems with it. I always use a Motorcraft filter to go along with it, and then there's the new oil plug. They have plastic oil plugs on these engines, and I just suggest that you change it at least every other oil change, if not every oil change. There are some aftermarket ones in there that you can put in and leave in, and they just have a screw-in into it. But even with those, I think you are supposed to replace the O-ring every time that you change your oil. So these are not very expensive. Got it at AutoZone. I think it was like maybe $4 or $5. So it's worth changing at least every other time. I didn't change it my last time, and I didn't have any oil leaks, so I'm going to go ahead and change it this time to make sure we don't have any issues. Well, that's it, guys. Yeah, I just want to tell you what I have decided to do with mine. So it maybe is something you can look into. If not, check out Hot Shots. Check out their products. They look pretty good. Like I said, I haven't had any issues with them, and the engine seems to be running great. All right, guys, that's it. Hey, hit subscribe, hit the like button, get this spread out to everybody else, and hit the bell notification. All right, I'll see you guys later.